Bam.
Bam. Good morning. All right. Quote of the day. You have to make mistakes to find out who you aren't. You take the action and the insight follows. You don't think your way into becoming yourself. And tomorrow's, just because we're not going to be together tomorrow on a call, women are the real architects of society. Boom.
Heck yeah, we are.
Go change the world, ladies.
Just saying.
And men that are listening in. You too. Okay, so Super Saturday recap. I made an agenda for the call today. I didn't make PowerPoint slides, but I did make an agenda. And I wrote it on my calendar. You guys, I have to show you this. So I'm totally an unorganized person. You know this about me. But I went to TJ Maxx, and TJ Maxx.
I learned that about you.
Yeah. I'm a hot
And if you say like 5 o'clock, it's actually like 7 or 8 o'clock. We learned that too.
It is. Good. So I bought this. Love me or leave me, but don't leave me. TJ Maxx, $2. Boom. Huge desktop calendar. And
I bought one of those in August.
Yeah, it's super like beautiful colors. Like December's green, November's purple. Like it's just really pretty. But I'm starting to plan out my things on my calendar, so that way when I sit down at my desk, like I have an agenda. And sometimes I just need, I try really, really hard to do things with Streak and to track electronically. And then I like put all those names in and I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Somebody like help me do something with this. So anyway, I've been using my notebook this week. I've been using this tracker, this new tracker this week, and I've been writing things on my calendar. So I wrote on my calendar, Super Saturday recap. And I wrote Shift Shop and Power Hour and Summit Travel Cash. Success Club is a must. So those are all things that on the agenda today. So just to recap the Summit stuff. So Diamond and below currently, if you purchased your $145 ticket to Summit, because they're only $145 this month, then, and I know it's non-transferable, but I was looking through that Made for More group that Rachel Hollis does, and she just announced her Rise conference in Minneapolis, and people are paying $1,000 to get a spot to go see Rachel Hollis speak in Minneapolis or wherever she's, somewhere in Minnesota, next like June. And I'm like, OMG, you could sign up as a coach and you could get your Summit ticket like right now and you could come next year and it would be really amazing. So for like $300 total. So anyway, something to think about. Rachel Hollis is going to be there and people are paying astronomical amounts of dollars to go see her. So we have that opportunity, which I think in itself to go to Summit, and you know, those of us that have gone can just probably shout from the rooftops how awesome it is to just go and be with people and enjoy things. And yes, you know, you can bring your babies and we can snuggle the babies and hold the babies. And yeah, so it's very, very mom friendly. Autumn Calabrese does mom and baby workouts. And it's just the whole weekend is a really, really great experience. And
we're not going to be cleared to work out by then, you realize.
What's that?
We won't be cleared to work out by Summit.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to work out. Yeah, and even if you come in for like a day or whatever, that's doable. Maybe. Whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we come to. But yeah, we had a blast last year. I've gone to 4 of them now, 2 in Nashville, 1 in New Orleans, and then last year in Indy. So this will be our 5th. They have a really awesome couples component. So I've actually purchased a ticket for my husband, just so he can go to more things, or I can use his ticket, like his wristband, to take people to things. And I'm looking forward to taking him with me to the couples thing next year. So, anyway, Summit, for those of you listening in, make sure you get your ticket. And remember, all of this is a business write-off. So if you make more than $600 a year as a Beachbody coach, then you can write off your Summit ticket, your Shakeology. You can write off up to $600 worth of things, because it kind of like, it has to be a wash. Like, you can't obviously, write off more than you're making. So keep track of your Shakeology receipts, keep track of your expenses. Last weekend, I have a separate credit card that I use for all of my business things. So anything that I spend, I save my receipts for and write those things off. That includes like gas to and from events. That includes trips to the post office, like if I'm buying mailing, packaging things to send samples out and stuff like that. So I've been told that you can write off workout gear because it's like your uniform. And I'm like, well, that's crazy, because I'm just going to go to Lululemon and spend hundreds of dollars and write it off. But no, that's not the case. Of course, be mindful of things that you're spending money on. If it's for your business, you can use it as a business write-off. And we personally, since my office is my home office, write off our internet and our cell phones as well as any new computer purchase, things like that. Okay, so Super Saturday or Summit. So the travel cash applies if you hit Success Club in October, November, and December. Then Beachbody will give you a $200 cash back credit. I think it's after Summit. So that way, obviously, we'll cover the cost of your ticket, which you'll be able to write off this year anyway, because it's a purchase in 2017. Oh my gosh, what year is it? 2018. And yep, so kind of a nice little extra bonus incentive. So any spending money that you use at Summit, you can get that back $200. So something to think about to really push hard this end of this month and going into the next month. Now, I will tell you guys, we're not done with October yet, so I don't really want to think about November until we get there, because I want to focus on finishing this month strong. And for me, what I've done several times in the past that I regret doing is, once I hit Success Club, taking my foot off the gas. And once I hit Success Club, okay, cool, I did it, done. I don't have to send any more messages this month. I'm just going to wait until next month. And whenever that momentum slows, it's really hard to pick it back up. So things like this, things like keeping track of, even if it's just using a piece of paper, even if it's just writing names down on a notebook, and just things like this, checking off the boxes every day. Good morning, Sarah. I see you on there. It keeps us honest, and it keeps us in the habit of progress. So I know it's hard to be every single day I have to talk to how many people. No, every single day I get to talk to people about changing their life and giving them the opportunity to breathe life back into themselves. Because we all know it. We've all been there. We've all had struggle bus days and months and years where we felt like dirt, and we felt tired and exhausted and stressed and anxious and depressed, and all of the things that come with, postpartum stuff and struggles. And I think about that, I don't need to be selfish for myself and say, I'm over here, I can't talk to people because people are going to judge me. Who cares? And what if I had never had that conversation with Deidre, that I never would have said, well, I'm not really sure if this is for me. I don't know. I really don't know. And then she told me to just do it anyway, because what was I waiting for? And so I was like, okay, that's probably the push that I needed. So sometimes it takes reaching out and asking people. And we see those people that come back and view our stories every single day. And we're like, what are you looking for? What are you looking at? And I want to find that. I meant to save that. Let me look.
So I guess I've done the whole, I see you checking out my stories, what intrigues you for watching type thing. Those kind of, I don't know what you call them. And that's not an invite, but just a hey, is that a hey girl? I don't know. Yeah. And most of them are just I don't know. I just like watching you. But that's all they give me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you say back to that? Like, great, I'm glad I'm entertaining, but are you laughing at me or with me? Because I'm just curious over here.
I had somebody tell me that yesterday too. She's like, it's just like clearing my inbox. Like, I just consider those like emails, and I watch them to clear my inbox. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just keep emailing you then.
Yeah. So at that point, like, I'm not afraid to turn it into an invite. Like, I'm not afraid to be like, well, girl, you should totally join me because we are having a blast and I love the lifestyle that I'm living and I feel really amazing. What are you doing? What are you doing to work out? What are you doing for yourself?
That's when I go in and creep on their stuff. And then instead of making the conversation about what's happening in my stories, I make it a conversation about what's happening in theirs and try to drum up, some sort of connection, because clearly they're watching for something. I mean,
right.
I'm like, I don't know. I post obviously like workouts, but then like my life in general. And I'm like, I don't know if they're drawn to the workouts or just like me losing my shit every day.
Well, so do a series of stories with polls or something, like lots of people are doing, what are you here for? What do you want to see more of? What don't you want me to show, kind of stuff. And maybe you can get some of those people to kind of answer that way. I don't know.
It's a good idea. I mean, not that I'm going to quit doing some things, but at least I'll know what they like.
I don't care that people say they don't want to see things. I don't give a shit. This is my story, not theirs. Right. Excuse me. I don't give a crap. Yeah, but it's just interesting to see, like, who's interacting with what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And you'll always have people that are like, oh, I'm just nosy. Like, okay, cool. We'll keep on being nosy. But there's people that like actually like that silently watch for motivation and inspiration. And
okay, so I guess second question is, if they say like you're just motivating, but they don't want to join you, like do you just keep talking to them? And because I have some that are like, well, you motivate me to like get up and go to the gym, and I'm like, great, like perfect.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all about community.
Right. I would, yeah. And I got like, there's people that I know that like are straight up like gym goers. Like I have a girl who's training for a bikini competition that we message back and forth a little bit here and there. And I just send her supportive messages throughout the month, keep rocking. Like, you're doing awesome. You look great. Like, I know this is a hard stage. Keep going. And like people that I know are like straight up like Advocare people or Plexus people or whatever that like, they may not be getting that from the rest of their community, and they may need somebody that encourages and motivates them. And and they're probably dealing with their own internal struggles. Like, I really want to do this, but like, I'm kind of doing this, but I'm not really sure. Like, I know that that's probably a better option for me, but I'm not ready to take the plunge yet. So I think, just showing them that like, hey, I'm not here in your inbox trying to sell you some pink drink real quick and make $1. Like, I'm over here because we have a supportive community. And I think like, we'll all take a selfie on here before we get off. But like, I think showing people that like, this isn't just me sending you messages in your DMs. Like, this is like actually like real life friendships, like real life people, real life community, real life support. Like, it's not just some,
and like,
it's not some stupid make money thing, like
tracking them, or just because like I have some people that I do just honestly talk to, like they're CrossFit coaches or whatever, and I'm not like tracking that stuff because they're doing their own thing. I'm just, but then like on a call with Deidre, I think a couple weeks ago, like she's even tracking every new contact that she puts out, like that she makes now.
I have
how much to track, because I hear it both ways.
Right. I personally have a hard time with tracking every single person that comes across my path, because
I feel like it's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's a lot to engage with. And like, I'm trying to get through like the people that are watching my stories on a weekly basis, not even on a daily basis, like I'm trying to get through, like if I can get through 50 new people a week with like some messages, awesome. Like that's 200 people a month. I should be able to hit Success Love with that, and if not, like I need to step up my game a little bit. And I kind of have to take a look at my numbers as I do that, are my new contacts, like, are my new messages just like, hey girl, thanks for following my stories, and then I'm leaving it at that? Or am I actually like taking the initiative to invite them to something or have something to invite them to? So I think, you know, we have to kind of take a look at that, and not just checking off boxes on our tracker, but like making action happen within those boxes too. And I think that's where it's great that we're starting new conversations and we're making new friend requests and we're, you know, building new contacts and stuff like that. But if we're not doing anything with them, then, you know, there's no point. What did Sarah say? I'm going to look at the chat. Sarah said, I've been trying to send a message invite to these people who aren't saying no almost every day this week. Am I getting that right? I've been trying to send a message invite to these people who aren't saying no almost every day this week.
Who aren't outright saying no, they don't want it.
I've met some really great people and had some great conversations, she said. Yeah, so it was on a leadership call. In the leadership workshop group, a new invite.
I heard somebody say yesterday, maybe it was Alyssa Schumacher, say she doesn't track all of her, like, hey girls. Isn't that what you're asking about, Amanda?
Yeah.
She just tracks them if it turns into a conversation about fitness. So yeah. If it gets brought up, you know, not just, oh, hey girl, I see you watching my stories, I'm going to track that. But if the conversation turns into more, if she does end up inviting, or if they do end up talking about fitness or whatever, then track it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, literally, I used her invite thing that I think was posted yesterday, and then I think you posted it in our team page, right, Ashley?
Yep, I did.
So, like, I sat there and literally copy and pasted and invited every single person that had been watching my stories. Well, that's like, you know, 50 people in 2 seconds. So I don't have time to sit there and write down every single person's name. But if they message me back and then we start having a conversation about it, then yeah, I'm going to write their name down.
Yeah. I think that's
Amanda?
She's frozen. I don't know if she can even hear us.
Oh, she's not frozen.
Not frozen for me.
You did.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm frozen. I don't know.
You're not frozen to me either.
I'm not frozen. Everybody's moving and grooving.
Oh, weird. Oh. Yeah, so I think that's, like, I sucked on Thursday. I didn't do hardly anything. But I did do a series of Insta stories. And Amanda said you guys are frozen. What is happening? Everyone's frozen. What's going on? It's frozen. We're frozen.
Nobody's frozen to me.
Where did my screen go? Oh, Lordy. She said, you guys are frozen on my screen, but yes, I can still hear you. Thanks for the clarification. It helped. Oh, Kelly's reading it. Okay. We got all the things going on. All the social medias are happening right now.
Fine. We are uber connected.
So this girl, I want to share, this girl lives close here. I don't know how we connected, but somehow through Instagram. And she has been trying to get me to run a 5K with her, and I keep telling her no. And I've been trying to get her to sign up as a coach, and she keeps telling me no. But I got a message from her the other day that said, hey, I just wanted to let you know that you have really encouraged me the last 2 days. My kids have been super crazy, and yesterday was just crap. But seeing you go work out even when you were dealing with your sick daughter really got me going. Thank you for the inspiration. And I think about, like, okay, I've probably invited her to join a challenge group and coaching at least 10 times. And she's probably invited me to run a 5K at least 5 times. And, you know, maybe someday she will, maybe someday I will, but the timing is not right now. But she's somebody that, like, I see pop up in my stories, that likes my posts, that is obviously looking to me for inspiration. And it's, for me, like, that is a big part of why I'm here. So she's not somebody that I'm like, oh my God, if I don't get Success Club points from her, like, I'm going to totally write her off. And that's a terrible thing to think and a terrible thing to say, because that's not what we're about. And to have somebody that you can look to for inspiration and to have relationships that you can build with other people, I think makes this that much better, because it's obviously not about like how many points can I get from one person and drop them, you know, to the curb, but it's about timing too. And it's about building trust and building strength and building inspiration and encouragement for other people. So I think if we continue to deliver on that front, that like we continue to show up for other people and not just for ourselves, and show other people that like, even when it's hard, I'm still going to do this. And we share that inspiration throughout our posts and our stories, then that's where we're going to continue to have those long-term connections. And guys, like being 4 years in over here, like I think about like, man, how do I find people every month? How am I, you know, and I thought about that 3 years ago. How am I going to continue to find 3 to 5 people every month to sustain my business and build and grow my business? And I can tell you that probably 75% of my people are new contacts that I've made within the last 1 to 2 years. And then, you know, and through Instagram. And yeah, I still have people that come to me like that we went to high school together and, you know, come back around, or challengers that have purchased a new challenge pack again or something like that. But it's building those new relationships. It's sending friend requests. It's making connections in Facebook groups that you've been added to. And then, you know, just building those relationships through Insta stories. So if we, you know, take anything away from this call today, it's that relationships are hugely important to this business. And that's what sets us apart as coaches, is that we actually do give a crap about people and their results. And we're not just trying to like sell them some ketones and like see them later, you know, we're here for the long haul. So that's when I remember, I can't remember what it was, but it was a call or it was something, maybe it was a summit, maybe Carla said it, but our work doesn't begin when our work doesn't end when we have a sale. That's when our work begins. And taking that away, knowing that like, okay, somebody just signed up with me as their coach. Now it's time to get to work. Now it's time to prove to them that they are capable of getting results in 21, 30, 60, 90 days, and giving them the belief in themselves. And that's where really good coaches come from, when they see that belief and they feel the community and they understand the importance of not having to do it alone. And that's when we can say, hey, you'd be really good at this. You have, you know, you'd be really good at this. And instilling that belief in others. So does anybody, before we continue to dive in, does anybody have anything they want to share about Super Saturday? Any takeaways from Super Saturday?
Mine was fun over here on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us all the things.
It was great. It was fun. It was just really fun. It was the 80-day obsession cast, which I only did 2 weeks of 80-day obsession, so I didn't really recognize them except for Kaylee. But no, it was really fun. They had like inspiring stories and all that stuff. They showed the whole video of 2019 products, and just being in the same room as Autumn, like I totally wanted to cry because she was like my first program. She was like, she's still my favorite trainer. I think she's my favorite. But just seeing somebody that has been with you from the beginning, just like breathing the same air as that person, like being in the same room, was awesome. And doing the workout with her, just like yelling through all the speakers, was like, it was really cool. Yeah. It was very cool. I did a live video on Instagram and I was just like on a total high after that. But yeah, very cool. I can see how like the Super Saturdays get you pumped for Summit.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
They really do. And I think being in that room with other people, like knowing that like, hey, I'm not alone here. Like there's people around is really cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you connect with some other people in your area?
I didn't. Like, in a way, I almost wish I didn't know like how it was going to be all set up. I was like, oh, maybe they'll have like, I don't know, like, you know, these coaches are from like this part of California, that part of California. Because I mean, California is huge. I didn't know how far people were coming from. But I looked at the Super Sunday LA hashtag and found like tons of pictures. And I was like, oh, cool. It was neat to look at these pictures. There's no point to like really connect with them if they're other coaches. But I did kind of like snoop on some of their pages, and I was like, oh, I was standing behind that girl, or oh, that's why that girl brought her husband, and like I kind of like checked in with a little bit of their stories. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
awesome. Super Sunday. Caitlin, were you going to say something?
Yeah. I think my biggest takeaway from Carl is he asked us all at the beginning of the spiel that he was giving, how many of us felt like we were a beach body, and like nobody in the room raised their hand. And then he went through and he talked to us about what is a beach body. And a beach body is somebody who focuses on their fitness and nutrition and, you know, tries to make good choices. And it's not about being a hard body and, ooh, look at me, that it's, you know, that you are a beach body if you are consciously making an effort to make yourself better. And I think sometimes when people hear that we are beach body, they're like, ooh, I am not a beach body. I don't ever want to be a beach body. Not into that. But I think, you know, he kind of defined it in a really user-friendly way that made me go, oh yeah, like I need to do some more about that. Because, you know, I realize like my body doesn't look like a lot of people's bodies, and that's fine, but we can all be beach bodies together because we all give a darn about what we're putting into our bodies. So yeah, I really like that from his.
Yeah.
And he's like a total dad, normal human being, right? It was funny. Yeah. I don't know.
He is. He's a lot of fun. Like every event that I've been to, every like time that I've met him, he's just like the most laid back dude. Like, oh, you're only worth, you know, $700 million. Like you think he would have some kind of like arrogance but he's like just a normal dude. Like he's
jeans and button down shirt. Like, what's up, guys?
Yeah. And he's like to just have a conversation with him about like, cause I met him at Leadership in LA this last year. And then when we were in Mexico, he did a video like on my phone, like inviting to a challenge.
Right.
And I had a couple drinks. So I was like, I can't post this on Facebook. Like not that I was like drunk, but I was just kind of giggly, and like you could just tell that like my eyes were like a little like happy. And I was like, it's like 11 p.m. and he's doing this video. I can't really post this tonight. Like people are going to be like, oh, look, Ashley's drunk in Mexico with their CEO. Like what's happening over there? But it's like, he was like just a normal, like he's a normal person, you know? And I think a lot of people get intimidated by like all of the, you know, corporate-y type stuff about Beachbody. And like, he just wants to help people. Like when we got to tour headquarters in January at Leadership, the wall coming from the parking lot going into the building and the stairs is a blank white wall, but Carl has written with Sharpie like all of these inspirational things as he comes into the building. Like he writes like something motivational, and it's filled. I mean, it's a hallway filled with just like ideas and quotes, and like he's an amazing, his business mindset is amazing. And as a CEO, he's amazing because he like wants to change people's lives. Like he doesn't care about how much product can we sell to people. Like he's like, how can we get people better results? How can we be more efficient? How can we help support people more? How can we help the coaching community? How can we help coaches earn more income? What can we do for coaches to help them grow their businesses? And I think that's why he's so successful, because he actually does give a shit. And he's actually like in the trenches with us, trying to help us find people, you know, and all of that stuff. What'd you say, Caitlin? I didn't hear you.
I just said he's for the people. You know, I realize that he's the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, but he's still very in touch with the things that are going on. Like I think he works really hard to keep his finger on the pulse of what is happening with those of us who are working the business. I don't know. And when he mentions, you know, when he mentions making money, and we all want to make money, it's just kind of like an off the cuff kind of thing, not like a get rich quick.
Right.
Let's scam a whole bunch of people. You know, it's like, let's really do the work together. Let's improve all the things together. Yeah. It was cool. I liked it. It was good.
He's just a little pocket-sized little peanut too.
Pocket size.
That was hilarious. So he though I know that those of you guys that were there, but he had said like right away, like whenever we go do these photo things, like somebody always comments how short I am and somebody always, you know, whatever. And like, I'm not kidding. I was in the room with him. We had just done like, I think I had just done a picture. Most of the photos had been wrapped up. So we were just getting ready to do a market council picture. And some girl comes in and she's like, I just need to apologize because I'm ridiculously tall and I know how short you are. And I'm like, there you go. Like, there's the person that says like, you're short. And he was like, yep, that's me. I'm small. Like, why? Why'd you have to say it? Like, we okay, whatever. We already get it. So
she probably regrets it.
It was good. It was good. It was fun.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is Jeff that you saw in Florida, is Jeff nice in real life? Like, what's he like in real life?
Jeff Hill?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like total, like favorite uncle. Like he's like.
That's what you said. Like, I've never gotten that vibe, but I think I like take him too seriously and I think he's cocky, but I bet I'm getting the wrong vibe and he's actually
not
funny.
At all. Like he's
Okay.
like, he's so cool. Like I've met him a couple times and he's super passionate and just like the most down to earth dude. He has like 12 kids. I think they're Mormon. And he's like, just like super chill. Like he just,
Okay.
how you doing? How's your business doing? Like, tell me
Is he like head of marketing or what's his title again?
What is VP of Global Sales?
Global sales? Yeah.
VP
Okay.
of Global Sales. And then Michael is like the same. Like he's the same. Like he's just a laid back, funny dude. Like he's just, just.
Oh, okay.
Just
Anytime I see the wake up call, I'm like, is he totally cutting them off and like being rude? But maybe they have to get in their bits when they do like the Monday calls. Okay.
Yeah. They have to stick to like, he's a really cool dude.
Specific timeline for those things. Like
Yeah.
he always dives in like at the end of the deal about, you know, how they got started in their business. And he's like, okay, let's keep going because.
Yeah. Maybe he's just there to move it along and keep it like within 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So did I don't know where Kelly and Amanda went. They're gone. I was gonna ask if anybody else wanted to share anything.
Was it one awkward or how did it all go? Like, was everybody like nervous
Awesome.
laughing when you all saw each other?
It was so normal.
It was just really like, it was like this. Like, it was just like really laid back and like, you know, just a lot of fun. And I think it, like when I went to my first summit, it was like, oh God, who are these people that I only see on the computer? And I was like extremely intimidated and had massive anxiety. And the more events I go to and the more people that I meet that I talk to regularly on the computer, the more excited I am and less nervous about it, because it's like this, like, it's just, I mean, I love it. I just love it. I love it. And it's like it almost brings tears to my eyes, because it's like, this is a community that I never really had. And we did a coffee mug exchange. And we all just shared a little bit about like why we're here, and not just like, you know, why am I here for the weekend? Because it's fun and it's a weekend away from my kids. Like, it's like, why are you genuinely choosing this? Like, why are you choosing to be here on a Saturday morning? Like, why are you choosing to come to a weekend with, you know, far away? And why are you continuing to show up for your business every day? And for me, like, it's because of the community, and it's always been because of the community. I mean, sure, the paycheck's nice and it helps, but like being able to have other people in your corner is huge. And that's not something that I ever really had. I've only had a couple like really close friends that like I could call up if I needed something, aside from my mom. And like, just to have other people to connect with and laugh with and experience life with is just, it means the world to me. So that's why I'm here. And I know like, it sucks when like I see people come and go, because for me, it's a lot bigger than like selfies on social media and like feeling like, you know, like I never want anyone to feel pressured to like have to do this, you know, to be a part of this community, you know, and I think that sometimes that happens and people feel like pressured, and I think, you know, the community is a lot more important than anything else. So.
And I think we kind of have a good balance between, you know, the totally extroverted extroverts, okay, and the introverted folks, and that, you know, being at the event first sort of broke the ice, I think, and that, you know, because there were things to really talk about and be excited about with Super Saturday, I think that lent itself really well to, you know, being more comfortable together at the winery. I think that if it had been the other way around, it might have run a little bit differently at the winery. Like, Amanda, I don't know if you would have been as comfortable being as open as you were at the winery if we hadn't gotten to like break the ice first at Super Saturday and laugh about all the things and be ridiculous and then change gears too. You know?
That's what I kind of feel like at the Super Saturday. We were the people that we kind of think we are because it was all fitness related and our goals were aligning and everyone was there, and it was just, I mean, we all know it was super hyped, and I think that did let us connect. Well, being new, I didn't have never met anyone. Like, it was easier to connect with people when you have like things. I think if we would have gone to the winery first, it would have been a lot harder. Just like Caitlin said, like for me anyways, being an introvert, it would have been a lot harder trying to connect and find a way to come out of my comfort zone. So
all the hours in the car.
Yeah,
when you have to talk to each other, that was good too. It was good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Minus your car breaking down, that fiasco.
It's officially dead, by the way. I have to get a new car. Yeah.
Silver lining, maybe.
I don't want to buy a new car right now. I really liked my car.
Yeah.
Get the same one. That's what she did on Gilmore Girls. Where's Sarah? I need Sarah right now. She would understand.
I can't get the same one. The same one as our. Yeah, we'll see. We're shopping. We'll see what happens. Dang it! It's fine.
You need more space for 2 car seats anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a third row. I had plenty of room in it.
Was it an Acura?
Yeah. Yeah. It was an SUV.
Ever.
That's okay. We'll find something else. Bill Levine is shopping like a madman for me.
Yeah.
Get a swagger wagon. Get a minivan.
That's what he said. I want a minivan. I'm ready.
I had a minivan for like 6 months when my in-laws gave us theirs, like in between, like literally right after I had Aniston. They're like, here's our minivan. It's going to be so much easier. Take it. And it broke down on the side of the road right by the airport in St. Louis underneath, like literally the wheel just stopped turning. And like I was on the side of the road with like a 2-month-old and Avery, and I had to go pick up Emma from school, and was like underneath an overpass with like semis just like blowing past at like 70 miles an hour. And I'm like sitting there like bawling my eyes out, postpartum hormones all over the car, and like just a mess. And I was like, this is the last time I will ever have a minivan ever. Like I'm never doing it again. And I will die saying that, because I'm never going to have a minivan ever again. It was the worst experience of my life. Some people love minivans, not me. Done. No way. So, okay, moving on, because I don't want to be on here until 9:30. So we're going to try to wrap up real quick, but I want to give you guys some like moving forward things to focus on either this weekend and Halloween. I know we all have kids. Halloween is like kind of an off, and Henry's birthday is on Wednesday. Woo! So I understand that this week is going to be chaos. So if you're able to take time for yourself this weekend, or take an hour today and an hour tomorrow to work your business, good, do it. I'm not trying to tell you like, please don't ever think of me as like a boss and or bossy, because that's like, no thanks. That's not why I signed up for this. But I will tell you, working your business on the weekend helps have success during the week, because you guys know it. As moms, like what are we doing on the weekends? We're sipping coffee and we're scrolling Facebook, or we're, cleaning up our inbox from the week, or we're, just doing. Sometimes we're sitting, sometimes we're watching a movie after the kids go to bed and scrolling on our phone. So what better opportunity than to reach more women, moms, this weekend doing those things. So soccer games Saturday mornings, and moms are scrolling their phones because they're trying to pay attention, but come on, right? Let's be for real. So it's a great opportunity to do a coaching post and to do a couple challenge group posts. So whether that's creating a photo album with Shift Shop results and posting that on your page, and doing looking for 5 test group participants kind of thing. Doing a post with the hearts. If you did one and you had responses, going back and following up with those people and saying, all right, girl, I saw your comment on my post and I have something for you. We have this brand new program launching and I really think you're going to love it. And it's just 3 weeks. We're going to do a 30-day group starting with prep week. This is what we're going to do. I'd love to send you some more information if you're interested. Sending messages like that. Doing a series of Insta stories Saturday night, so that way people are like Sunday morning. That's one of the first things they see when they're scrolling through their Insta stories. Or doing them, Sunday afternoon. So Sunday night they're seeing those Insta stories. That's usually when most of my conversations happen, and when most of my people join me is on a Sunday, and when most people reach out because they've had a really crappy weekend. They ate all the birthday cake. They had all the beers, and they're like, okay, I need to make a change. And here Thanksgiving's coming up, and we all know what happens on Thanksgiving. Like, unfortunately, people eat all the things for like 4 days, and we're in a food coma until like Sunday night. And it's like,
can't wait.
Now my pants don't fit anymore.
I'm sorry.
I wear leggings to work tomorrow. And so that's like, these are all things that like we can talk about this weekend, not with like a intimidating factor, like not like, oh my God, I know you're going to eat all the food on Thanksgiving, so you better start this now. But like, like, oh my gosh, these are things that have happened to me in the past, and this is what I'm going to do about it to prevent that from happening. Or I'm going to shift my mindset, or I'm positivity, community, support, accountability, all things that we can do to focus on going into this weekend and this last week of the year. So Monday for me, my kid has tennis from 4 to 5:30. Then we have church trunk or treat at 6, and then dream team call at 8. And then Tuesday night, I'm taking my dad to go see Elton John. So I can't work Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, I have 3 Halloween parties at school in the morning. My kids get out at noon, and then they're home, and then it's Halloween. So like, I can't work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Like, there's Tuesday during the day, obviously, and Monday during the day, which my kid is home with me. But like, I have this weekend to basically get it done, to like recruit 3 more people, to recruit 3 people under my husband's account and get it done. And I'm putting this out there because I want you guys to know, like, I'm over here with, where is it? Of course I don't have it right here. My diamond bubble that I'm working on for mine and my husband's account. And I'm going to build this bad boy before the end of the year, and I'm going to get there. So I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to make it happen this weekend, and I'm going to catch up, and I'm going to do it in some of the things I just talked about. I'm going to follow this as guidance, follow from people in my stories, check in with them, and then continue to push for this Shift Shop group. And I'm not really coming out and saying Shift Shop. I'm not really saying Beachbody. I'm not really doing that. I have a girl yesterday who I talked to that she has her own Facebook like page for her Arbonne stuff and all of her Arbonne shakes, and she wants to join my Shift Shop group. And I just saw her message come through last night that was like, I really have shakes that I use and love. Do I have to use your stuff? And I haven't responded to her yet. But my response is going to be, okay, well, here's what it's going to cost you to purchase Beachbody On Demand, $99. Now, the Shift Shop markers and accessories are going to be blah, 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 X amount. It's going to be like $139 or whatever. So for an extra $20, you get it all bundled together, and you get the chance to try this stuff. And if you don't like it, hey, you live close to me, I'll buy it back from you, or you can send it back, or you can give it to your husband, or whatever. So just being open and honest with people about their options really sometimes helps. And not that we're never open and honest with people about cost and stuff, but I know that's for a lot of people, that's like the hardest thing to talk about is price. But when we can align their goals with what we're doing, then price usually goes out the window. So when the conversation turns into like, does this seem like something that would help you lose 10 pounds before Thanksgiving, since that's what you told me you wanted to do? Yes, it does. Okay, then this is what your enrollment options look like, kind of thing. So reminding them why in the first place they reached out as you're before you have that price conversation helps ease that price conversation. And just know that like, sometimes we have to weed through the people to find the ones that really want it. And, you know, I had a girl the month before last that was like, came out of nowhere on Instagram. OMG, like, I'm totally excited. Sign me up for your stuff. Send me the link. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. And I'm like, cool. Like, can you tell me a little bit about what no, I'm just like, I'm ready to go. Sign me up. So like, she literally messaged me within like 3 hours. She had signed up, purchased a challenge pack, and I have yet to hear from her again, despite messages and emails that I've sent. And there are people that are like, rare, like, you know, do it right now kind of people. And that's great for like a commission and Success Club points. But like, then I questioned myself, like, did I not do enough? Did I not, what, you know, like, why doesn't she? But that's going to happen. So trying to find the people that really want it and having those conversations, even if it takes an extra 5 to 10 minutes, knowing that you can connect with somebody a little bit better on a more personal level, will really just help their success rate and your success rate and your feel good vibes as a coach too. So, so I was going to like throw in a little bit of a power hour in here, but I don't think we need to. I think we've seen enough of them and done enough of them to where you kind of know what we're doing. The Instagram stories I posted in our page yesterday, that is a really good marker for like a good benchmark for success. So what I'm going to do now, after we get off, is I'm going to go through my list of people that I made yesterday that I didn't get a chance to finish. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to message the rest of these people. And then I'm going to go through my last 90 day applicants that applied and never followed up and didn't join. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to give this to them, give this opportunity to them, and invite them to join. And I'm going to attempt to put a mass email together to send to all of my people in my Beachbody contacts list, and send that out today too, to give my current customers the opportunity. And I have 2 girls who want to do my Shift Shop group that purchased challenge packs earlier this year that are not currently using Shakeology. So I'm going to encourage them to buy a challenge pack to get back on the performance, because this is one that if they've used Shakeology and maybe they're not a fan of Shakeology, this is a really great opportunity for them to use and try Performance Line, because they're using weights, they're doing heavier weights, they're going to need that recover, whatever it is. And whatever it is, my mind's like totally not there. You know what I mean? And then and Energize too. So I think, you know, that's something that like, if you have an info group, maybe go live in there and talk about, you know, do a quick 4-minute video about what Shakeology does for you and why you use it and how you use it, and what Performance Line does for you and why you use it and how you use it. And that may help kind of break the ice, because you know what, like, anybody that does a workout program, or, you know, Judy goes and joins the gym, her personal trainer is going to say, you need to get protein for after your workouts. And then Judy's going to go buy protein. Or, you know, they join some whatever online something and they're like, oh, you need to have protein after your workout. Or they talk to a nutritionist and their nutritionist says, you need to make sure you're having more protein. So drinking a protein shake would be ideal. So people need that kind of supplementation for their nutrition most of the time if they're doing a fitness routine and or incorporating weights. So I think, you know, just letting them know that this is a whole package, you're getting everything that you need, and we're going to set you up for success. And then, you know what, we're going to work through it. And then after Thanksgiving, we're going to do it again before Christmas, and we're going to keep that mindset going. And we're going to finish the year strong, and we're going to go into January feeling and looking a lot better and healthier than we did last year or whatever. So yeah, so that's all I got. Anybody else want to add anything?
Yeah, real quick question. How are you guys sharing the preview workout? Are you having them go in and create a free account and accessing it that way, or are you actually downloading it and sharing it with them that way?
I've only sent one, and I just told her to put my name in and my coach ID under referring coach when she creates her account.
Okay.
I just posted it in my info group. My
Did you is there a link? Like if I copy the link from it, they can access that? Okay, cool.
It's in like the grow your business, like the
right
tools.
Because I downloaded it, so I have it in my Google Drive.
Oh, yeah.
But I would have to download it to my computer to post it on the Facebook group. But if I can just copy a link, great.
Yeah.
Where is it, Amanda? In the.
I'm so out of touch, guys. So bad.
It's in Shareable Media under the Shift Shop, and then it's like downloadable stuff, and there's like sample workout in there. And so I downloaded that to my computer and then put it in my like I had the event and then the group, so like it's in my info group, my lunch party group.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
How do you get just one Success Club point? I'm 1 point away. It's like Shakeology Home Direct on its own.
90 PV.
A 90 PV Home Direct.
Yeah.
From somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be a new order. It can't be somebody. Thanks, Kelly. It can't be somebody who's already ordered from you. It's gotta be a new one.
Unless it's been 6 months. Because
Unless
then.
it's been 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a new thing that they did this year. That you can get Success Club points from people more than once as long as it's been 6 months.
Wait.
I will say, what'd you say, Kelly?
Will you say that again?
So if it's been 6 months, like I have 2 girls who purchased challenge packs like early in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
I can have them purchase another challenge pack as long as it's been 6 months and then get another 2 Success Club points.
I won't get my Success Club points that I thought I was going to get from yesterday then, because I ordered.
I would just check. I would check your office. I would just continue to check it, and you can always try to chat and dispute it. But I don't know if that would bring more attention to the situation or not.
So it's like my mom's account, but I ordered on that account for somebody else this month. So and I already got Success Club points because I ordered a bag of Shakeology for somebody.
Oh, so that would probably be.
I didn't realize there was a 6-month rule. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just created a new account.
Yeah. Well, you can cancel it. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if they didn't award them yet, then you're probably not going to get them. And then, but I will say, if somebody is a customer, like say, Caitlin, you have a customer that signed up like 2 months ago, and then you sign them up as a coach this month, then you'll get Success Club points.
Okay.
As long, like if they sign up with the challenge pack, because it's any new customer or any new coach. And like, I've noticed that they don't really check that. Like and I mean, that's, if I sign somebody up as a customer and the next month I sign them up as a coach, I get 2 Success Club points, and I'm not going to go in there and be like, hey, I think this is an error. Just want to make sure you're doing your jobs over there at customer service, guys. Really, I think you're giving out too many Success Club points for free. I don't need those trip dollars. No thanks.
Yeah, because I definitely lost rank this week. Dang it! I thought the girl on my other leg was pretty steady, and then she lost her job and has now decided that she doesn't want to coach. I'm like, really? This is like prime time, girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's done.
Did you talk to her about it?
I have. Actually, she hasn't canceled. She's just inactive. She's like, we're trying to trim the fat, on what we're spending. She's going to stay home. And like, girlfriend, let's do this.
I know it's an awkward conversation to have, but like, there are so many people that like get that fire and are like, you know what, maybe I'll try this. And like, I don't know, have the conversation with her and just tell her like, I'll help you. I'll help you make some money. I'll help you make it worth it. So,
I know, but I thought you were in there playing. You just scared me.
Hi, buddy. All right, y'all. Well, let's go crush some goals. And I'm gonna do a
I want to join your ship shop. Your ship shop group.
Are you swearing at me? It is. My group is a shit show right now. That's what it is. I'm just.
And I've never done the app either. You can do there's like a computer version of the app for the coaches.
Yeah. So there's a portal. If you go into the Grow My Business tab, there's the My Challenge tracker, and then there's like the portal, and that's where you can go in.
You can actually get it like, so you're on like where you sign in, and then like where you would go for like coach office. Like there's 4 little tabs, like it's right there too, so you don't have to go all the way in.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's how I get there. I didn't know it was
accessing the challenge tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to mychallengetracker.com, I think.
Oh.
I think. Let me send you the link
on the challenge tracker thing.
So flippant about it.
mychallengetrackerportal.com.
Okay. mychallengetrackerportal.com.
There you go. I just sent it in our chat.
Thank you.
Damn, Kelly, you're good.
She's on it.
We're learning all the things today.
I really know how to work the internet. It's pretty impressive.
Love that app group. She knows all the things.
Our talents, guys.
So I'll put you in there, Emily. I'm gonna do prep week this week, aka continue to recruit for that group before we start Shift Shop on Monday the 5th.
Yeah, is there like an overlap where like if people don't buy, I mean, I'm hoping everybody gets everything by the 31st. I mean, for the savings for them and everything. But like, yeah, what if anybody comes in late? Like,
no, I mean, you're just
gonna push as much as you can until the 31st.
I'm gonna just try to recruit throughout the whole week. So even like foot on the gas and just try, balls to the wall until.
Are you making it different than your last 90-day one? Like a completely different group?
Yeah. So I'm doing, like, I did the event, I did an info group.
Now you're doing it different.
And then I'm just going to move people from that info group into the app. And then I'm just going to run it on the app. So I have my last 90 days group on the app as well, but I'm just copy pasting over and like just allowing people to log their workouts and shakes in there, which they don't really do that. But it's then when you go into, like, if you have multiple groups going in the challenge tracker app, you just click on what group. So I'm going to just schedule the Shift Shop posts out for that week. And then when I did Shift Shop last year, which I just realized I wrote an awesome blog post last year when Shift Shop launched, and I just reinvented the wheel and wrote a brand new blog post this time with Proving Grounds. I'm like, why the hell wasn't I sharing that shit? And why didn't I update it and just put like new and improved? Like, come on. So Kelly, you're muted.
Pretty, Ashley.
Thanks. Don't reinvent the wheel. Me over here reinventing the wheel. And so I have meal plans. I mean, I literally did a meal plan for every week of Shift Shop, color coordinated with containers. So if anybody needs those, I'm more than happy to share those. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to copy schedule the posts from the challenge tracker app thingy on Sunday and get that set up for the week. And then I'm just going to have people log in every day. I'm going to pop in there and do some videos here and there. I'm not doing Shift Shop.
I was just about to ask you that.
Well, I'm gonna use the speed workouts as cardio.
Why are you not doing it?
Why are you not doing it?
We're doing Body Beast, and I
love Body Beast.
It's a hard thing to mesh.
Yeah.
So,
I love Body Beast.
But I might do the Proving Grounds workouts because they're only 15 minutes and just see.
They're 30.
There are 2 of them. You do both of them on the weekend.
On the same day? I thought you did one on Friday and one on Saturday.
No, one is strength and one is
They're
speed.
30 minutes long.
Gotta get my shit together this week.
Oh yeah, I heard from somebody they were 15. Maybe it was you. Darn it, I was all
excited.
Yeah,
it was probably me. No, they're only 15 minutes. You're good.
That would be
There's just 2.
The prep week workouts are 15 minutes.
Okay.
But the
I'm gonna try. I think I've worked out a total of 4 times this month, including Super Saturday. So I'm gonna try.
You would be failing Kelly and Sarah's challenge calendar.
We'd kick you out.
They would.
I'm off the island. Vote me out. It's fine.
You can't sit with us.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll take my ship elsewhere. All right, I gotta go get in the shower. We have to go to the carnival.
All right, kiddos. Have a fun weekend.
Bye, friends.
Oh, I'm gonna put a thing in our team page, like a ring the bell thing, but like maybe with a pumpkin or something. Drop a GIF.
Smash it.
And then we'll just do a little fun giveaway.
For what? Success Club?
Yeah.
Hey, add me too. I'm going to do the online. I'm not sure how many people I'm going to have. I've had a little interest, but if I have them, well, I don't want just like 3 people. I feel like that's kind of not as like, yay, there's 3 of us in here.
Yeah. Right now I have 1, so.
Do you have another group, Amanda, that you can put them in?
I do, but they're not participating in it. They're watching me. They're not doing it.
Your people aren't participating?
No.
Girl.
I know. And I'm in there every day. Every day.
You go live in there?
Mm-hmm.
That's frustrating. I know.
Are you in the app or are you on Facebook?
I currently am doing one in the app. I have had one on Facebook for whatever that for Lift 4. And they didn't really participate. They did like the first week and then they're like, where? So. Bye.
All right, y'all. We'll chat later. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.